All right, good morning. It's another day and another video chat. Is boredom a good character trait or a bad character flaw? Is boredom a character flaw of yourself, of oneself, or is it a good character trait? I've determined that it's a bad character trait. And I've said to myself, if I'm getting bored, it's my problem. It's no one else's problem. People aren't here to entertain me, number one, let's say, but I'm not saying entertainment in the right sense. I mean, paying attention to, eating with somebody, hospitality, that kind of entertainment is what I'm talking. I'm not talking rock and roll here. But my point is, once I realized years ago that my boredom is a bad character trait, it changed my life in a certain nuanced way, right? Because character is very nuanced. It's very complex. There's so much about good character to learn and to receive and in which to grow. So if I was bored, yeah, I'm bored. You're making me bored. That's just not true. It's a personal character trait. So what's the opposite of being bored? Being interested in life, being curious. I think, was it Albert Einstein that said that curiosity is better than knowledge, because curiosity goes beyond knowledge, right? I don't know if he said that, I'm not sure, but just staying interested in life, staying curious every day, like trying to learn something. It was said of Marcus Aurelius, the famous king, who wrote a memoir to himself, like a diary, and it got out eventually after he died, and many people love it because it has a lot of wisdom in it. I don't think he was a Christian. I don't think he believed in God in that sense. He may have believed in, quote, the gods of that time. So this was after Christ, about 100 years plus. So I'm not sure where he's at with God. You know what I mean? The one true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And so I'm a Christian. So I'm going to talk from that standpoint, Christian character of God. So boredom to me is a bad character trait. So we should stop telling people we're bored. It isn't their responsibility to keep us interested in life. It's your responsibility. You need to do something about it. So one of the ways I deal with it is I try to stay curious. I write quotes about that. I keep quotes about that aspect of life. If I can find anything about curiosity or learning. One of the subjects I talk about is, are you a critic or a student? So if you're a critic, you're going to look at life in a very nasty, arrogant, nitpicky way. But if you're a student, you're going to try to learn from people. I'm not saying you're going to just believe everything everybody says. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying throw skepticism out the window. It's good to be a skeptic to a certain point, right? Until we get enough information where we can make a decision. That's a good decision for us. That's in our best interest. But boredom is not good. It is a bad character trait, and it doesn't make us happy. Good character traits make us happy. When we're a peaceful person, it makes you happy that you're trying to be peaceful. When you're a happy person, you're happy. You know, if you're not sad, if you have joy, it makes you happy. Character is about you, making you complete and robust and have a great personality, because there's power in personality, right? But there's no power in boredom. It's manipulative. If you keep telling people you're bored, I'm bored, let's do something. Why can't you come up with something? You're a boring person. I'm never going to talk to you again. Wow, what a nasty person you are. So fix your boredom, flip it to the exact opposite. Is it curiosity? Is it becoming a learner? Is it just trying to stay interested in something? I was talking to a young man from Europe the other day, and I said, what's the motive? What's your motive for drinking every day? And he said to me, I'm bored. And he's a straight shooter. And he's in his 20s. He's telling the truth. He's being honest. He has good character in several ways. He's got I've experienced, his character, and he has a lot of good character, but he's just bored. And I said, well, is that a good character trait, or is it a character flaw? Is there any way you can figure out how to stay interested in your day? Like, wake up and find something interesting to do that drives you, that's good. Because we all know what drinking does. It can destroy your brain and your organs. And it's is that a good character trait, or is that a character flaw? Drinking every day. or drugs every day. You know, the opposite of boredom, whatever the opposite of boredom is, if you're bored, evaluate yourself, and if you're bored, figure out how to flip it to the exact opposite, and your life's going to open up. That is one of the greatest character traits you can have, the opposite of boredom, because in your day, you're actually going to be excited about it, and you're going to find something that interests you, and you're going to pursue it. To me, it's acoustic guitars. One of them is acoustic guitars. When I hear a solo acoustic guitar, I have to stop and listen. No matter where I'm at, if I'm walking down the street and I hear a band or a single guy playing a guitar on the beach at night at Alona Beach in Bohol, Pangala, I'll stop. I'll stop and listen to everything he's playing. If it's just him and a guitar. If I hear it on the radio, whoa, that's an acoustic only, I got to listen to that. It just attracted me from my youth on up. And later in life, I got an acoustic guitar and I play a little bit. It keeps me interested. I could do it every day. And I have playlists that are acoustic guitars only. And it's just wonderful to put that into my day. You know, all we need to do is figure out what to do today, right? That's all we need to do. That's all we have. Just worry about today. What can I do today that'll interest me? How can I stay curious in life? And that's beneficial to me, and you'll be happier because I want you to be happy. You know, my God's a happy God. It says that Jesus loved righteousness and he hated unrighteousness. He hated sin. He hated wrong. He was a correct guy. He was a straight shooter. He loved righteousness so much that God, his Father, anointed him with the oil of gladness above his brethren. Jesus is a happy guy. He's probably the happiest person and being in the universe because he loved what was right. God rewarded him, his Father, with another character trait in a great measure. So I'm just telling you as a story that you can be happier. You know, you can receive other character traits that are good. You can receive good character traits to replace the bad ones. I've had several bad ones, many. I may have a few now that I need to flip to the other side. You know, grief is not a good character trait. At some point it becomes degrading, and we need to flip it to be happy. And you can do it if you just confidently expect it. Somebody's going to hope in you in life, whether it's God or another person, a relative or a friend or a stranger. They're going to give you something to hope about, that you're going to want to live your life at some point. Don't give up. Something good will happen to you that will make you happy. All right? So don't be bored. Let's not play that game. Let's stay interested in life. Okay? Thanks for listening.